Okay, I think I may have gotten it right today. Hey there, it's my lunchtime, and I am looking to see if we can get this right this time. My name is Jalissa, and I am trained and educated as a social worker. I am looking to teach myself prompt engineering using ChatGPT's free resource. And each time I do this, I am providing a business example, a job search and interviewing example, as well as an example of a prompt involving Black women, since I'm a Black woman. Let's see if this is working today. Sharing my screen, and I think my webcam is working. I have a big old light in my face and made sure I did my makeup just like I did on Friday. But third time's the charm. That is what they say. It looks like it's working. I am stoked. So today, my goal is to go over what we talked about the first 2 days. The first day, when I didn't have any screen share but had the camera, I was talking about what AI is, a little bit about myself, not too much, and also talked about what is prompt engineering and why am I interested in it. So the second day, when I had no camera and screen, um, I went over my PowerPoint that I had done about prompt engineering and ChatGPT and what AI is, or at least what they're calling AI. I don't know if I feel like the term AI is really true for this. It really seems like an enhanced search engine process with a bounded, um, they call it a large learning model, so LLM. It really depends on what the model has been fed, and that'll determine what it gives back. Also, just like in social work, the quality of the question that we ask will determine the quality of the answer that we get. But it also is determined by where are we getting that answer from. One of the things that happened on Friday during my lunch is that I found ChatGPT might have a little bit of difficulty answering questions about Black women. And so all of these lunch times, I'm going to test that out because I'm curious. Today, we're going to do prompts in ChatGPT with context. On Friday, I went over how to get onto um, ChatGPT's free online version. With the free online version, we can always go online either on a laptop or on our phones. So, anybody who was like me and is the sole caregiver for one or more children, or who doesn't have a lot of money to buy a laptop but they have a phone, then we can work on this. The website address is openai.com. Put it right, chat.openai.com. One of the reasons that I say that if I can learn this, anybody can learn this is because I don't feel like I'm computer science savvy. I know enough about a lot of newer technology to get by, and I've been getting by. If I'm able to do that, anybody can. I'm trying to see if I can pull up the chat in case I need it. I am going to put the website in the chat right here. All right. So, the purpose of prompts with context is that it teaches the chatbot, it gives a little bit more information about what exactly I want to get out of it. And so, I'm going to start with my three examples, have them written down here. Oh, today it's going to be four examples because I'm going to use an example from work. I need to come up with interview questions for a potential job that is going to be filled at my employer. I'm in my office, I work remotely. It is the best thing ever. If anyone has the opportunity to work remotely and you're a parent or you are a caregiver to um, your older family members, or you have um, special needs family members who you need to be close to and take care of, remote work is so wonderful for that. I don't agree that we are not as productive in a remote environment. I really feel like it gives, at least me, it has given me 45. So that's an hour, 45 minutes one way. That's about an hour and a half a day of my time back. And that is incredibly valuable and really eases some stress. So let me go back to what we were doing. I have four questions today. Two of them are job search and interview related. One of them is business opportunity and resource related, and one is related to Black women. I'm going to click up here for new chat. I'm not going to name the chat, and I'm going to start with the business idea today. So, I was in a conversation with a friend, and he talked about mobile notary. I'm going to give ChatGPT some context about what I know about mobile notary and then ask a question. So, um, hold on. If you are familiar with mobile notary services, please provide a summary of what a mobile notary is, what it takes to become a mobile notary in, let's choose a state. Let's choose a state that probably has more regulations than the state I'm in. Let's say New York State. In New York State, okay, um, what a mobile notary is, what it takes to become a mobile notary in New York State, and the potential earnings, the average earnings of a mobile notary business. Okay. Uh, for additional context, I think I'm going to ask, mm, please provide this information in 250 words. Okay. That hopefully will make it shorter. And let's see what the free online version of ChatGPT gives us. 250 words. I don't like reading all this. So I think it might need to be shorter. It says here that a mobile notary is a notary public who travels to meet clients at their preferred location to perform notarial services. Instead of clients going to a notary's office, the mobile notary goes to them. Okay. And here it says to become a mobile notary in New York State, individuals must meet certain criteria, requirements. Hold on. Thank you. Please, please provide the requirements in a bulleted list. I don't know. It is easier for me to read things in a list format, and so I'm asking for the list. Ooh, look, here it is in the way that I can read it. So, to become a mobile notary in New York State, someone has to be at least 18, a legal resident of New York State, be able to read and write in English, complete an application that was provided by the New York Secretary of State's office, pay the required application fee, successfully complete a mandatory training course approved by the state, pass the notary exam, and then obtain a notary commission from the Secretary of State's office. Mm, I don't know. Let's ask another question. How much is the application fee to become? They're not even answering the mobile part, so I'm going to ask another question to see if I can get additional information after this one. I'm going to ask about the application fee and then I'm going to ask about the mobile part. A notary in the state of New York. If I spell of right, New York. Okay, thank you. My question is about the mobile part. So, are there any insurance requirements? If I spell this right, for a to become a notary public, to become a notary public in New York State. Uh-huh. It says here that in order to become a notary public in New York, this is really long, you have to have a bond, and that is in the app within the application process. Okay. And the minimum amount in New York is $15,000. Okay. So, all right. Are there any regulations regarding providing notary services, traveling notary services in New York? Let's see what it says. The state, okay. It talked about travel fees here, which in the initial answer, it didn't talk about. These answers are super long, and I know that I can make them shorter, but right now I want to see if it's giving any additional information that it didn't give in the first set of questions, and it is. So even though we provided a little bit of context, in order to get all of the information that I'm looking for, I have to ask follow-up questions. That's what it looks like to me. So it's talking about travel fees. Okay. Mobile notaries, they have to have their certificate. That's kind of a general thing. This is hopefully going to be my final question about mobile notary services. As of your cutoff of information, September 2021, were there any mobile notary in New York? If yes, please provide, hold on, trying to be specific, please provide the name of the names of, let's say, 5 mobile notary companies in New York with, please focus on small mobile notary companies with fewer than 5 employees and earnings of less than, let's say, $2 million a year. Okay, let's see what happens here. I feel like this one is building on the explicit prompting that I did on Friday. Sorry, I had to stumble because I was reading what it started to say. So this is showing me another, what do you call that, limitation of this model. Um, what I noticed, I think this was what happened on Friday as well. If I ask a very specific question, um, this model does not like to give specific answers. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that it's the free version or if this is just how it works, but it says to find mobile notary companies that fit the criteria you mentioned, small businesses with blah, 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 blah. I recommend conducting a search using online directories, local business listings, or platforms that connect notaries with clients. Additionally, you may consider reaching out to local professional organizations such as the New York State Notary Association for recommendations or further information. This is interesting to me. Um, I'm going to copy this link and put it in the chat. Just in case anybody wants to have a look at that at some point. Um, this is very interesting. If we have enough time, there is another free chatbot resource which people may have already heard of, and that is Google's chat bot. It is Bard, and I might just jump over to Bard and ask this business question there to see if we get more specific information. Um, But that's the business example for today. Moving on to the job search example. Uh, I think I'm going to start with the question about the interview questions. So, to provide context, mm, please provide 5 interview questions for an administrative assistant. Hold on, I forgot the I. Administrative assistant position within a consulting company. The interview questions should, I want 2 questions for each thing. So the first one should focus on I'm looking for detail orientation, accuracy. Let's say detail orientation and attention to detail, accuracy, and working well with others. So, should focus on the candidate's attention to detail and accuracy in their work. Is that enough context? It's a consulting company, um, a growing consulting company with very little administrative support on staff. This is very general. These are very general. I've used these questions before in interviewing people, but can you describe a situation where your attention to detail and accuracy played a critical role in a previous administrative task or project? How did you ensure that the work was completed accurately and free of errors? I don't like this. The second question, how do you manage multiple tasks or projects simultaneously while maintaining a high level of accuracy and attention to detail? It's like it's not a thumbs up, but it's not a thumbs down. Let's click the regenerate response and see if it gives us any other answers. While it's doing that, I'm going to copy this here because working well with others and then accuracy. Hmm, I like this one better. Talking about a significant impact and it's moving very slowly. I'm surprised. How do you ensure accuracy and avoid mistakes when handling multiple tasks or projects simultaneously? I think that's an unfair question, but it can be reworded. So I am going to thumbs this one up. It's not horrible, but it's okay. So I'll thumbs this one up. I'm not giving any other feedback. And I'm also going to copy it because I'm going to use it in a meeting today. Um, when I just need to grab something quickly, I go to Notepad. All Windows software has Notepad already in place. It's not anything we need to subscribe to, so it's pretty much free. And I'll keep that answer right there. Second question is about getting along with others. So I copied, so I have to take this away. Let's try, please provide, hold on, thank you, 2 interview questions, focus, focusing on the candidates, ability to work cooperatively with others. Since I already asked about the administrative assistant position and gave the chatbot the context of it's a growing consulting company with very little administrative support, then it should be able to build on that. So I didn't retype everything. Okay, what's it say? I actually like this one. I actually like this one a whole lot better. The first question is asking, can you describe a situation where you had to collaborate with a diverse group of individuals to achieve a common goal? How did you navigate any challenges that arose during the process? That is a pretty good one. Um, how do you approach building relationships and fostering a positive work environment with colleagues and team members? I think that that one is an okay question, but I don't know if I would ask it of the administrative assistant position. I would ask that of maybe somebody who had more of an extroverted or more of maybe a marketing position or someone who was working in sales or like teachers or something like that. I feel like a lot of what this administrative assistant position would be is a herding cats, as it were. So I really like the first question. And I think I will ask the chatbot to give me more of that first, like another question like the first one.